How you think?
We've been in here. If he really wanted his rent money that bad, it wouldn't have been this problem.
Okay. So you might want to get dressed. We are here to do an eviction. The homeowner wants possession of his property back.
Where he at?
He over there somewhere. He on the side. Is your mama woke? Is
yes.
she? Okay.
I don't know what I'm not getting is. We went through all of this when the first time we went to court. The second time my mama went to court, wasn't nobody at court. So what's going on?
He was at court.
He wasn't. My mama.
There he go. There go the homeowner.
Who?
Mr. Sidney.
Who is that?
That's the homeowner. That's the homeowner.
The person that owns this is Mr. Parham.
That's who I'm talking about, Mr. Sidney.
Who? See what I'm talking about? We don't know nothing, but we just put out.
Hello? Hello? Damn, what a light said. Hello? What the damn light on? It's too dark in here for me. Okay, let's see. We finally made entrance inside of the house. Hello, Mom. What room are you in? Hello?
Put on my clothes.
Okay.
Put on my clothes. These are my baby.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you a few minutes, but y'all have to come out. Look, baby, I can't see. Come. This thing. Okay, I had to cut the lights on. So we made contact. I'm going to give them a chance to get dressed. But this is what we got to remove. This is a 2-bedroom duplex.
No, I'm talking to Mr. Parham. I'm finna get irritated, bro. I swear to God. Then y'all doing this shit in the cold. It's cold outside.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
It do.
How you think he felt and he ain't got no rent money? How you think?
We've been in here. If he really wanted his rent money that bad, it wouldn't have been this problem.
I wouldn't be here if we didn't have a problem. So
if
it's
he
a
wanted
problem.
it that bad?
He don't even want y'all money at this point. He just want his house back.
Oh, that is irritating. Then y'all doing this in the cold, bro. How would you feel?
How you think he feel
like
if he ain't got no?
Pay the money, it ain't like she.
He ain't got it.
Told us nothing.
So
when my mama went to court, ain't nobody give her no information. What you talking about?
So
ain't nobody give her no number, no contact information, no email, no nothing. Ain't nobody let her know nothing. But y'all want to put us out.
She really just said, if he really wants his money that bad, he could have just said that. This is the thought process now. Like, are we really trying to wrap our brains around this type of logic right here? And let's zoom out for a second, because I really just want to dissect this whole situation right here. First of all, she's at home, day of eviction, this young lady. You would have to assume, because we see the little baby carriage in here. I don't know if y'all were seeing it.
Problem.
She's standing next to it. That's the baby's bed or whatever, right? It sounds like the mother is older. So most likely the baby belongs to this young lady right here. So what that could give us insight into is that she's an adult. And there's 2 of them living in that house. So what does this math reveal? This math reveals that you shouldn't be cozy in the house right now when you know you haven't paid your rent, that he does indeed want that bad. Your mom can watch your kid, because I'm guessing that's where the kid is, with the mom already, or whatever the case. At the end of the day, the mom can watch the kid, and you should be working right now because the rent's not paid. You shouldn't be just comfortable. There's 2 of y'all in the house. There's no excuse at that point. But now it gets to this point, and it's everybody else's fault. Y'all, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It helps me tremendously, and it only takes a second. So if you could like right now, I would appreciate it. I know it's easy to forget, but I just wanted to ask now. Now let's go ahead and get into the next clip.
Food stamps gone. Section 8 gone. All your SNAP and EBT benefits gone. Now you got to go back to Tyrone. Woo! I think this is great. We have just single-handedly saved the black family. Why? Because Tasha can't run out on Tyrone anytime she get mad and think the government going to take care of her. Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think that the kids going to eat. Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think she going to get a free rent. Tasha can't depend on the government because years ago, black women turned their back on black men for government assistance, for food stamps, for Section 8, for welfare, for WIC, for all the things that black men bring into their household. They said, no, we don't need that. I'll go file to the government and they'll give it to me. Trump said, hell no. Woo! Now you're going to have to start choosing better. Woo! Now women are going to have babies with men that actually want to have babies with them. Woo! Now women are going to have to vet their partners and not be able to just hit them up for a check every time and think they can live off the government. Woo! This shit amazing. You're going to see more wives and less baby mamas. You're going to see more two-parent households because it's going to be a family unit, because success is a team sport. You're going to see women go back to their men, go back to their child's father and try to work things out and not childishly run out to the next nigga. Why? Because Donald Trump and the government don't got your back no more. Because you can't go over there and get free food stamps and sell them bitches 40 for the 80. Because you don't have a $72 rent anymore. Because now you're going to have to figure it out. And the only person that's left is that black man that you walked out on years ago. And the price of pussy going down too. Donald Trump did it with this one, and I'm here for it. Queens, go back to your kings and work it out. Baby mamas, go back to your baby daddies and become wives. It's time for us to work together. This is actually amazing. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your household. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your marriage. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on that black man. You are no longer incentivized to leave. So baby, you either pay or stay. That ugly money.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Did y'all know, like, when you have a kid, you're actually supposed to prioritize that kid and that kid's best interest? The courts say that they do certain things, and the reason that they do it is based on the kid's best interest all the time. You know, as the parent, like, that's how you're supposed to operate as well. And where I'm going with this is we just know it's a fact that kids thrive much better in two-parent households with both the father and the mother. So why we see so many people continue to have so many kids, but then choose to go about it single, right? Go on that path single, and we see you struggling. It's clear. This is what we review all day. And you're bringing these kids through it, and you're basically really just not even giving them a chance out here. And ultimately, what you're also doing is you're just surviving with a child. You're not pouring into a child. And children are the future. And they are to be poured into so that they can get out here and they're prepared. And I would even say they should be more than prepared. That should be your focus when you decide to take on that honor of being a parent. That's just my opinion. And what we see here is we see people not moving like that, as well as they just muddy the waters a lot of times and add so much more complexity to the situation. You'll see, because really let's go beneath the surface. When you see somebody and they have multiple kids by multiple fathers, just for smooth numbers, right? Let's just say 3 kids by 3 different dads. Those 3 different dads are possibly in 3 different financial positions. So you have one household with this melting pot of these different kids. And then one dad comes by and he gets his kid a $200 gift. The other dad comes by, he gets his kid a $10 gift. Or are we putting the responsibility on the men that they still have to be fair with other kids that aren't theirs? You see how just complex this gets when it doesn't have to be? And who's ultimately affected? The children. So, like, are we really thinking about these things deep enough, long enough, when we're deciding to take on the sacred task of being a parent? I don't think so. That's not what I'm seeing on a regular basis. And we have to evaluate that. So that's what I'll say about it.
Restriction on Section 8 as well. I remember when, I'm not going to use no names, I remember this lady. I had a business, a restaurant, and I wanted to hire her daughter. She told me no, because they're gonna lower my benefits. So she told me her daughter couldn't get a job to support herself because they were going to lower her benefits. That crushed me. I was like, dang, our people, some of our people are really just lost. Like you think that you're supposed to live like that, and it's so crazy because I know what the whole plan was. The whole plan was to do this so you could be able to control the masses. You control the masses, you control where they go in their life. I get that. But it's like, dang, y'all really just out here just like, no, I'm supposed to be poor. I'm supposed to live like this. I'm supposed to live in these drug infested neighborhoods. This is how life is supposed to be. And you're not even going to try. And then when somebody has something to say or something that's meant to encourage you or uplift you to think outside of the box, you want to be mad. What you mad at me for? Because word on the street is I think I'm better than everybody. No, I think I'm better than that. Yes, I am. I am. For sure I am. And you should be too. Am I the only person who thinks?
You know what's the interesting thing too? I love how she said you're not even gonna try. Because try. It goes back to my previous point, and I guess the point that the gentleman made in the previous clip. If you have a woman and a man and they're together, I would even argue that you don't even have to try that hard. Isn't that beautiful? If two people stay together and they work together harmoniously and cohesively, you really don't even have to try that hard. Especially if you're also not putting self-inflicted wounds on yourself, and if you responsibly and intentionally decide to have children. Because if you responsibly and intentionally decide to have children, then maybe you two deciding to work 40 hours a week each. Maybe you turn that into we're going to work 60 hours a week each. And then we're actually going to start saving and start to accumulate a little bit of, finances to make sure that we are sustainable when we decide to have children. But this very important decision that is clear that people don't understand and recognize how important it is usually a split decision, and it's usually an impulsive decision. And then the kids ultimately have to suffer, as well as you have to suffer. And as she's revealing, life can be a lot better than that. But people decide to make these decisions, but then they try to hold other people accountable for their decisions. And that's the problem. And that's what's changing.
There would be no system if only black people needed it. I know y'all, I know it's hurting your heart to be like, oh no, that's false. Oh no, that's true, motherfucker. It's a lot of people that's not black that get Section 8 and food stamps. Lots of millions of people who are not black receive food stamps and welfare. Because if it was only for black people, we wouldn't get it. What she say? I'm not gonna only do nothing for black people. They not gonna only do nothing for black people. So I need y'all to understand that. Why everybody in the comments section talking about get a job and do this and do that, it wouldn't exist if it was only for black people.
Like the video again, I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you could hype the video, I'd appreciate it. Hype is a new feature on YouTube where basically it helps smaller content creators like myself, and it pushes us to the same capacity that it pushes the larger content creators. So if you could do that, I greatly appreciate it. You press the hype button just like you press the like button, and then it'll show you the points. And also, Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content as well. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.